What's going on, you guys? It's your Huggable Hipster here, and welcome back to today's episode of The Casual Nerd. You see the headphones on. You see them on. You know what we're about to do. We are about to look into a trailer. It is called A Tale of Paper gameplay trailer for the PS4. I have not heard of this until recently. One of the people in my Discord, specifically Peter, he posted this in the Discord, and I'm really excited to watch this. So let's do this. Let's get this gluten-free bread. Oh, by the way, speaking of gluten-free bread, merch. It's going to be coming early December to mid-December. I'm finalizing some of the designs. Hopefully crossing my fingers, it'll be ready by that time. So let's do this. I'm excited. Rated E for everyone. Oh, you know it's gonna be child friendly then. Oh. The music is giving me Little Nightmares vibes. Oh my god, that looks so cute. Oh, 귀엽다. Oh, it is so cute. It's like a little nose. Oh, it looks so cute. It's a frog? What? It's a frog human. Oh my god, this is so inspired by Little Nightmares. It's unbelievable. Wait, you turn. What? You're being chased. You're being chased by a dustbuster. Fun. Oh, this is platforming goodness right here. This looks really fun. So wait, this character is shape-shifting then. Wow, that's actually really cool. I just spat all over the place out of excitement. This is awesome. Puzzles, okay. Oh no, not a train. Oh. A tale of paper. So it's made out of paper, I'm guessing, and it can mold to whatever situation deemed necessary? What? There's more. There's more. Do not come out and scare me. I will sue you. There's a spider. There's a spider. Follow the spiders. Follow the spiders. You couldn't just follow the trail of the damn butterfly. I'm really excited about this, actually. Really heavy-duty Little Nightmares vibes. Really heavy-duty in the way that it's represented. Not just like in the music, but the whole platforming scheme of the way it's so three-dimensional and very depth. Very depth. I can't word today. I haven't had a coffee yet, mind you, so just be prepared for whatever spews out of my mouth. Really interesting to see. I cannot wait to see if this comes to PS5, because we know Sony really isn't a fan of backwards compatibility, but since it's on the PS4, then they'll be okay with it. Be that as it may, it's a great trailer. I'm excited about it, so let's dive into the gaming news, where we have 5 articles to cover. The last article that I added in was very last minute, believe it or not. I was trying to decide whether or not I really wanted this article in here because I know it's going to get a lot of controversy. It did get a lot of controversy on Twitter, and that's basically the one about Cyberpunk and transgender people, and we're going to have a discussion about it right now. Now, it states here in the header that Cyberpunk's transphobic tweet is a part of a much larger issue with game marketing. It's not about one joke or even about one company. So I'm going to get into some of the article. Like I state in previous Casual Nerd episodes, I don't read the entire thing because, again, I want you guys to read a lot of it for yourself. Based on the snippets that I give you guys, we are going to be having discussions based around that. So it states here that on August 21st, the official Twitter account for Cyberpunk 2077 was criticized when it sent out a tired joke as a reply to a fan. The game's official account admonished a fan for stating that they wanted to see more at Gamescom from the guys at CD Projekt Red, the studio developing the game. On its face, the reply may not seem like a big deal to some of the audience, but the "did you just assume my gender" meme has been thrown around for years, a dog whistle designed to paint trans folk as overly aggressive, anal, and shrill about wanting their gender expression to be represented. It started out in places like 4chan and among anti-SJW crowd, but now can be found all over the internet. Think about what the joke actually says, though. This isn't as simple as one group poking fun at how another group speaks. Rather, the phrase assuming someone's gender has become a way to make fun of how one group imagines another group speaks. It doesn't make any point aside from pointing out a stereotype that only exists in the heads of people who already didn't like the groups being mocked. There's a lot here. So take time to digest everything that I said. The phrase "did you just assume my gender" has just been something that is trite. It's really just overused, which is again saying trite. But it's something that I really think should become not of people's vocabulary. The thing that really makes me question a lot is where like it states in the article, I'm going to go back to it, the game's official account admonished a fan for stating that they wanted to see more games come from the guys CD Projekt Red studio developing, and in response to that stating that, oh, did you just assume her gender? Do we want to create something that's going right back to Last of Us Part 2? We don't want a recreation of that. Nobody wants a recreation of that. And while yes, before The Last of Us Part 2 fans jumped down my throat, the storytelling, the way the game was constructed, yeah, it had its amazing parts. It was really a very well done game. It has stuck with me for as long as it's been out. Like, it's just the imagery, everything has really stuck with me. But you don't need to make transgender people feel unsafe or feel like they are in danger or relive possibly dangerous scenarios that they might have gone through in the past, because unfortunately a lot of parents aren't as accepting as a lot of other people, and it's really frustrating to see because not a lot of parents are accepting of their kids whenever they come out as gay or non-binary or transgender or even a lesbian. They're not accepting of that a lot of the time, and I know I'm kind of generalizing it as a whole, but it's true. You know, a lot of parents aren't really accepting of that, whether it be for religious reasons or just because they have their own ways and they're kind of stuck like that. It's a big issue. So we don't want a game to bring endangering thoughts like that ever again. We don't want a game to do more harm than good. It's something that I'm such an advocate and I'm such an ally for the LGBTQ plus community, because the thing is that we should be fighting for trans lives, not make them feel uncomfortable. I mean, of all places, a video game, the place where you're supposed to feel safe, the place that you're supposed to be able to kind of like escape for a little bit from the world, you know, we don't want to bring real life problems, real life crap that they deal with every single day into the game world. They deal with enough already as it is. So I feel like Cyberpunk, you know, the entire team there, they kind of need to think about things before they, you know, type. I feel like they need to take a little bit of a look at what's going on and be more aware and read the room, if you will. So next up in gaming news, we're going to go over some Resident Evil, and I'm so excited because Resident Evil Village story details revealed by Capcom. Yes, as you can see right here in the header space. Now, it says here in the article, in an interview with Weekly Famitsu magazine, as translated by Resident Evil researcher Alex Neal, Capcom producers Toyoshi Kanada, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and Peter Fabiano revealed new information about Resident Evil Village's enemies, story, and setting. The interview does not give away a lot of details we didn't already know or suspect it to be true, but it does feature a few interesting pieces of information from what has thus far been very mysterious project. It's especially true for Chris Redfield, who was mentioned far more often in the interview than he has been talked about in any of the official descriptions of Resident Evil Village. That's what we've seen in the past. For instance, Capcom confirms that the figure we see in Resident Evil Village is in fact Chris Redfield. Fans previously suspected that Redfield, featured in the game's debut trailer, could be an imposter given his drastically altered appearance and the fact that he appears to kill pretty significant character who was previously presumed to be innocent. I'm all on board with that. Okay, he has every right. He has every right. Listen. He has every right to wield that bad guy armor and sword. I mean, you know, in the early 90s, we saw our lovely Chris as just a bunch of pixels. You know, just a bunch of pixels. And then we see him in 2003 stare at a boulder, questioning his existence, not pushing it. But then in Resident Evil 5, we see him push that boulder and punch the heck out of it. I mean, you know, how it started versus how it's going. And now, instead of pushing boulders, he's kicking the shanky out of people. I mean, through the hell that Wesker put him through, I don't blame him. I don't blame him. But needless to say, I'll be interested to see. I'll be interested to just see the miasma of how this game was created. Because, I mean, whenever I saw the trailer, I was like, oh, okay, there's a Merch-esque looking witch person, and there's a werewolf, and there's a vampire, and there's Chris, and there's Ethan, and there's a village, which kind of looks like Resident Evil 4. Okay, I'm ready. So next up in gaming news, we have some Silent Hill news. I'm not shocked. There are a lot of untrue rumors going around about this. I say untrue because I just want to be able to be safe in my own little world right now of believing. If I believe firmly that Silent Hill of any kind won't be coming back, that it can't hurt me anymore, can it? But it states here in the article that PT won't be backwards compatible with PS5, which kind of surprised me because that demo, even though it wasn't a full game, that demo was iconic. And it was the only demo I think in existence right now that gets talked about as much, because you do not see a demo that is highly hyped. Highly hyped? That rhymed. You don't see a demo as hyped as PT Silent Hills. It was one of the more scary games I've ever encountered and one of the most amazing demos I've ever seen. Literally, who puts in that they're leaving a game company in a demo? I don't know. Oh, wait, Kojima, that's who. It states here in the article that PT will not be backwards compatible on the PS5. Konami has confirmed to Games Radar. In an email sent, Konami said that the content will not be available on the PS5 store, so users won't be able to re-download the content through the backwards compatibility feature to PS5. Sony, I love you, but what the hell are you doing? Seriously, like, that demo was iconic and something that is... I honestly think it's a masterpiece, and the fact that Konami is taking it off of the backwards compatibility spot in the store means that they're bitter. They're bitter about Kojima leaving Konami, and they're bitter that they haven't been able to come up with anything decent since that game. Oh, sorry, that demo. There are two ways that we can look at this, right? How much money did they actually have to work on the project? That's always a consideration. There's always something to be looked at. Whenever you see PT Silent Hills, the Silent Hill genre is something that's always been a popular game, but it's turned into something that is very niche. Surprisingly enough, there aren't that many people raving about Silent Hill as there once was back in the 90s and 2000s. So you have to look at it from two places. A, did they have enough money? And B, was it really worth the investment in a niche society basically that they were dealing with over here? So there are a lot of ways that you can look at it, but the fact of the matter is that yes, it's only a demo, but you don't take that away from people who might not have gotten the chance to ever even have played it. Like myself, I never got the chance to play it. I only ever saw walkthroughs of the demo. There's so much texture to that demo. There's so much in there. There's so much lore, and there's so much Silent Hill goodness that just, oh my god, it just pains me that they're not adding that demo into the PS5 store backwards compatibility, because they're going to lose a lot of people. I feel like a lot of OG Silent Hill fans who were there with Sony from day one, they're going to leave because when Sony states, hey, a lot of our games are going to be backwards compatible, that's technically a lie, because this game isn't. This demo isn't. I keep referring to it as a game because it is. It's iconic, okay? You can play it. It's a playable teaser, demo, whatever you want to call it. It's still a game. So I don't know I don't know what to think, honestly. I'm kind of mad with Sony, to be completely honest with you. The fact that they're not adding that just kind of, it kind of makes a lot of the Sony and Silent Hill fans a little bit bitter. I can't speak for all of them, but that's what I'm assuming. It's one of those things of where if you say you're going to do something, do it, or else don't even bother saying anything at all. Because if you're going to say that all of our games are going to be backwards compatible from the PS4, then include all of them. Don't just pick and choose which ones are going to be just pleasing to your audience. But again, this is all my opinion, so please, down in the comment section, be nice, because I have feelings too. So next up in gaming news, we're going to be discussing how 2K is under fire for adding unskippable in-game ads to the full-price NBA 2K21 a month after release. Oh my god, that was a mouthful of a header. Unskippable game ads. I can't. This is why I don't play sports games. If I pay for something, I don't want there to be ads. Okay? This isn't a mobile game. Now, it states here in the statement that you guys can actually see here. I'll just post it over my face over here. As many are aware, in recent years, ads have been integrated into 2K TV segments. Yesterday's 2K TV ad placement impacted our players' experience in a way we didn't intend. As these ads are not meant to run as part of the pre-game introduction, this will be fixed in future episodes. Thanks for your continued feedback. Which, any company can take feedback and apply it. It's just the way in which it's applied. That's what matters. Yeah, it has a lot of the actual, basketball players who are or actually in the NBA, but I don't see why you need to put unskippable ads there. If you're already getting your funding from a game company, you're already getting paid, I'm guessing, from the NBA to have these players' faces in the game, more promotion for them. I don't know how sports really works in that regard, so I'm kind of unknowledgeable with that. But whenever it comes to having unskippable ads in video games, it makes it look cheap. I don't want to offend anybody because I know those games aren't cheap at all. I mean, some of them go upwards of like $100, but it just makes it look cheap. It just makes me feel like I'm playing an app that I downloaded for $1.95. Like I don't know. It doesn't give off like that, oh, this came from a game company kind of thing. I don't know. It's I don't mean to like trigger people, but you know, I kind of mean to trigger people. And our last article that we're going to be going over for today's Casual Nerd episode is Amazon's cloud gaming service Luna is now in early access for some US based customers, that is. So for those of you who want to get on that early access train for Luna, let me know how you like it. I might actually try to hop on it to see how it goes. Early access players will be able to access Luna, available across Fire TV, Mac, PC, and web apps for iOS. Android versions are expected soon. Early access requires you to subscribe to Luna Plus game channel, which comes with 50 games for $5.99 a month. An Ubisoft-specific channel is also expected to launch soon. You won't have to purchase individual titles. Amazon isn't offering full game purchases. As in early access players, you get 7 days of Luna Plus for free, but after that, Amazon will start billing you for its monthly subscription. Amazon announced Luna in September, though the service has been rumored since last year. The company continued to add more players in the months to come. We are just getting started and need streamers and players of all kinds, core, casual, and first-time gamers to provide feedback. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I'm excited to hear your feedback and what you all thought of today's episodes. If you guys like my face and what I do, please be sure to subscribe and hit that bell down below, because I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and double uploads on Friday. And as always, stay casually nerdy. I will see you all in the next video. Peace.